All right, y'all. So we have another episode of Married at First Sight. So it's the episode 2, the weddings. All right, so this time I have my computer, so I'll be looking over here a little bit to check my notes. But we're gonna start with Shaquille and Kirsten. I knew it. I knew that Shaquille was gonna be very impressed with Kirsten. I knew he was gonna think she was fine. He was like enamored. He could barely talk. He said she was God's gift or something like that. And Kirsten was kind of like, with just that smile that says, okay, this is exactly what I didn't want, but all right. I'm proud of her for going through with it though. I really am. She could have just said, never mind, and turned around, but she didn't. So I thought that was cool that she went with it. I thought Shaquille's vows are really nice and heartfelt. So that was really good. And he got that kiss on the cheek. She did that kiss on the cheek with a church pat on his back. And it just told the whole story. And then on his end, he's like, oh yeah, I respect her for not letting me kiss her. And da-da-da-da. I'm like, do you know that she didn't kiss you because she's not attracted to you? So we'll see what goes on with that. I thought that it was interesting how she was like, he's bald and he's younger. And I think he's only a year younger than her. It's not like he's 5 years younger or something like that. Like literally just a year. But she said old and younger. I mean bald and younger. So we'll see. Hopefully she could get over that. I was really proud of him for being so open in the beginning and even sharing about his scar and a car accident. I thought that was really good for him to be able to show his vulnerability first, and hopefully encourage her in the future to be a little more vulnerable. So I thought it was really good. I thought Kirsten looked really good. I still don't understand Shaquille's bow tie, but to each his own. He has his own style, so good for him. But that was Shaquille and Kirsten. Our next couple, of course, is Clint and Gina. So the crews that they have, like the people that they had with them at the dress and tux fittings were so different. So I was just curious how their personalities will merge or how their families and friends will merge. So that'll be interesting. And I think I was just confused about Clint. Just in general, like, why is he saying that he, has been with 65 women? Do we really need to know that? Was that necessary? Are you really counting at that point? Like, do you have a little black book? Why do we need to know that as a couple? As a audience? We know that you've been around because literally 2 weeks ago you were, engaging with someone. We really don't need to know the number. I think at this point, like, it's possible that they could be attracted to each other, but when Clint starts opening his mouth and he starts talking, I don't know. I was really wondering why Gina had her dog. Like, why is her dog there? Never seen a dog at a wedding, but to each his own. And so my initial thought was that they were both attracted to each other. She gave a back-bending kiss and everything. And the dog was the ring bearer, so that made sense. And glad that Clint wasn't allergic. But they live in the same building. They live in the same building. Now that's crazy. And producers know that. Like, that's the craziest thing about it. It's producers at this point while they're doing this stuff, know that these people live in the same building. Wow. Like, I just oh my gosh, they live in the same building. And on the after party, Gina said that she's seen him in the hallway, like an elevator or something like that. And she gave this really interesting story about how when they were going to the when she got interviewed one day, when they came and told her that she had a match and stuff like that, the next day the crew was back, and she's like, "Where are they back? Like, did they get everything? Did I miss a call or something like that?" And they told her, "Oh, we just needed to get some extra shots of the building and stuff like that." So she talked to her bellman, like she talks to the people that work there. She's like, "What are they here for?" And they said they're talking to some old man. So, I mean, MAFS producers were just trying to be sneaky, and that's just crazy that they live in the same exact building. Not across the street, not next door, not the same neighborhood, but the same exact building. I would hate if this doesn't work, which it probably won't, for them to both still be in the same building. That'll be very interesting. Like, literally being in the same building. So, and having to see each other all the time. Because, you know, of course, you might not have seen them that much before, but afterwards, now you're going to see them all the time. You're going to see them with their significant others, whatever else goes on. So, that'll be interesting. Also, in the after party, Gina said that she is not sexually attracted to Clint. Now, she's a great actress because she made me think, oh, wow, she must be attracted to him. Nope. She wasn't. She said she's not sexually attracted. And the tea was also that we know how some of the couples will get each other gifts and stuff like that. We did not see Clint and Gina's gifts, mainly because it was kind of dry. So Gina gave him a bottle of whiskey, and the whiskey has 16 on it, which is the name of their season, the number of the season. So she thought that was cute. And then she also gave him like glasses, like glassware. That was really nice. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But he gave her sailing gloves. Sailing gloves. That's why that didn't make it to TV, because it was just like, really? Sailing gloves? He just, like I said last week, he really just wants somebody in his world. He doesn't want to bend into somebody else's world. He wants somebody to come into his world. And that was literally him saying that. He literally just told her through a gift before they got married that he wants somebody in his world. Period. Point blank. He wants somebody in his world. And that's not gonna fly for a relationship and a marriage. All right, so next couple is Nicole and Chris. Honestly, I like Nicole. I think she's awkward and cute. And I just want her to feel confident. One of Chris's suits, like the suit he picked, he looked like an old TV host. I wanted to see something else with him. I also wanted to see Nicole just branch out and go a little more sexy. But, you know, I thought that the ball gown part was nice in that it looked like she could take off the ball gown fluffy part for the reception. So that's good. Their gifts were cute. Thought their gifts were cute. What they gave each other. The fact that they both had stones on their, or crystals or something on their gifts. So I thought that was really nice. And it seemed like both people were thoughtful. They both wrote notes to each other. So I thought that started off really well for them. I also didn't realize that Chris is 6'2". I said, oh, 6'2". Okay. She got herself a tall man. And that they're both quite quirky. So this this could be interesting. This could be really, really interesting. So I like Nicole's dad calming her down. And Chris's eyes look very sweet as she was walking down the aisle, which I appreciated. And the fact that they both guessed each other's names. Like Chris and Nicole. I mean, I know they're not very, like Chris and Nicole are pretty popular names, but still, how do you know what your spouse's names are? So that was cute. And they just look happy and natural, which I like for them. I also thought that Chris and Nicole were just, I don't know, they were attracted to each other, which I thought was good. And I don't know if you peeped it. I peeped it. Nicole had her hand on his thigh. I said, oh, okay, you real comfortable. You enjoying this, girl. She's like, oh, this is perfect. And I thought that Nicole was watching back on the after party. She was watching back the wedding scene or something, and her reaction was really emotional and true. So it kind of makes me think that maybe they might still be together. We'll see. Are they the couple that makes it? I don't know. But I really liked Nicole and Chris. I thought that their wedding experience and their conversation was really good. All right, Jasmine and Aris. So as we get to this point, I'm starting to wonder, we're a couple for. Why do we even show the men in their suits? Like, it really doesn't matter. We don't care about that. Like, we can see the girls in their dresses. Like, that's cool. But the men in their suits, I really don't. It does nothing for me. Because they all end up looking pretty good. All they need is a haircut, some beard trimming, or something like that, and they're fine. I love that Jasmine's dress was unique. It was pretty. And Jasmine's mom, talking about breast cancer and, just being grateful that she was there. That was kind of sad. And, it's beautiful to see a mom and daughter being able to have that experience together. So thought that was good. Aris, he cracked me up when he was looking out the window talking about goodbye to the streets. Boy, please. Boy, please. That was just funny. I was wondering if he looks kind of short. How tall is he? Is he the shortest one in the crew? Because everybody else looked taller than him. I was curious about that. So I need to see him next to Chris so that I could kind of get an idea. Because if Chris is 6'2", like, how tall is Aris? Jasmine looked beautiful. She actually looked like a pageant queen. Looked like a real pageant queen. And then the last thing I have about them is that I don't really like the producers bringing in Aris' cousin right before the wedding. Like, what's the point? Why are we doing this? Why do we need to add drama? He's really trying to go through this process, and they're bringing this person in because they saw how she was when he told her, oh, let's bring her in to talk to him literally minutes before the wedding. For what? To try to talk him out of it? For drama? Why are we doing that? To mess up what Jasmine could be doing, and could mess up their potential to have a relationship. Because at this point, if his cousin had that many problems, she could have been calling him privately and talking to him. There's no need for her to come on the show. So I just felt like that was a producer thing. I don't really care for that. I'll be interested to hear more about that from their side, I guess after this is over, because that just wasn't cool to me. Like, I'll be dang if you come up right before my wedding and try to tell me not to get married the same day, 10 minutes before, like I'm literally dressed standing outside of the door. Like, no, we're not doing that. I don't like that. So I'm curious to hear the story behind why the producers have that. And last couple, I really don't have much to say about them. Dominique and Mac. And they didn't really show them that much this episode anyway. I think they'll show more of them next week as we see the last 2 weddings. But Pastor Cal, you know how they do, like Pastor Cal or Dr. Pepper will have the little chat in the beginning before they talk about the couple, sharing, you know, why they're mashing together. And I was like, Pastor Cal, you just lying. They're not gonna have a lasting marriage. They're not. We don't know that. Like, if I could see it, you could see it too. And then the other thing was, I was wondering, when does Dominique want to have kids? Because it sounds like Mac is ready. Mac is older. When does Dominique want to have kids? Is she ready to have them now at 25, or does she want to wait till she's 30? What does that look like? Because when you have 2 people who are so far apart in age, then you're starting to wonder, okay, especially when a woman is younger and she might need a couple years or something like that, and the man is like, look, I'm ready to go. I'm not trying to be old as a parent. I'm curious about that. And I thought they both look nice. They look really nice in their tux choice and dress choice, but I'm still not convinced that it could work. And I don't necessarily think it's Mac. I think it'll be a lot of Dominique. I think it'll be how they mesh. That's it for me. That's really all I have for Married at First Sight episode 2. Catch me again next week for episode 3. Be sure to like and subscribe so that others can see this wonderful recap. I got y'all under 20 minutes to help you versus spending 2 hours watching the show. So Married at First Sight episode 2, season 16 in Nashville. It's a wrap. Bye.